Welcome. In today's session of meditation and journaling, we're going to explore metta practice. Metta is a Pali word that means loving kindness. It's very common as one of the many forms of meditation that I practice around the world. We're going to see how our journaling practice helps to work in conjunction with our meditation practice through the lens of metta as we create our own metaphrases. So let's begin with a little seated practice. So if you are sitting in a way that is more studious, sitting maybe at your desk with a pen and your notebook ready to roll, give yourself a moment first to make sure that you have a way to move between writing and meditation. So find a comfortable seat so that you don't feel closed in by your desk. And when you're ready, I invite you to either close your eyes or take your gaze away from the screen down toward the floor, maybe about 2 feet ahead of you. And as we begin, please drop in and see if you can find your breath. Wherever your breath feels most obvious is exactly right. That might be the sensation of cool air coming in to the nose, warm air exiting as you inhale and exhale. It might be the sensation of the air moving through the throat, in and out. It might be a sensation of rising and falling in the chest. It might be the sensation of expansion and contraction in the belly. Wherever your breath is most obvious is where you can take your attention now. And as you watch the breath, you can begin to note whether it feels slow or fast. Does it feel free or controlled? Does it feel shallow or deep? Is the inhale and exhale the same pace, the same depth? Are they both felt equally as strong in the same places in the body? And begin to take note of perhaps other parts of the body that are involved in the breathing, aside from this obvious place. That might include one of the other spaces that I've already mentioned, or maybe other parts of the body. Is there any gentle movement that you can detect in the torso? What is the relationship between the torso and the legs as you breathe? The arms and the hands, the shoulders, the back of the neck. Just exploring the body as you breathe, noticing all the places that are impacted by the breath. And we'll take 3 final breaths together to bring this brief meditation to a close. So drawing the attention back to the place that is most obvious. Noticing if any of those qualities you noticed at the beginning have shifted. The length, depth of the breath, speed of the breath, the rhythm of the inhale and exhale. And without rushing it forward, at the end of your next exhale, let's begin to inhale and envision expanding the entire body like a balloon in every direction. As you exhale, squeeze all of that air out. Twice more, inhaling to open and expand, feeling the back body and the side body. Exhale, squeezing all the stale air out. Last one, inhaling, feeling from the bottom and the top, as well as the sides and back of the body. The belly full, and exhale, squeezing it all out. Allowing the breath to be natural. And if the eyes are closed, directing the eyes down before fluttering the eyelids open. And we'll all begin by taking in the peripheral vision, noticing what's immediately around us, and then taking your time to draw the attention around the room, taking in everything that's with you, eventually coming back to the screen. So there are 3 or 4 basic phrases for metta, but today we're going to explore 6 different phrases. And this is an offering that comes from IMC Washington. I've recently completed a week-long retreat with them, so I have their incredible teachings fresh in my mind. And this one comes from La Sarmiento. So please find your journal. And we'll begin with the most classic of all metaphrases. May I be happy. So as you begin your journal practice, please start by writing the phrase, may I be happy. And for the next 3 minutes, please allow all that flows from your mind based on that phrase as a prompt. What does it mean to be happy for you? So taking your time and beginning with that simple offering, that simple self-blessing, may I be happy. Allowing whatever comes to mind to flow freely. No need to edit. No need to write incomplete sentences. Just allowing any words, phrases, poetry, images to flow onto the paper. May I be happy. And the addition of the teachers at the IMCW was to add, and peaceful. So what is that connection for you between happiness and a sense of peace? May I be happy and peaceful. Adding that in as you continue to write. And with these last 15 seconds or so, finishing up whatever phrases that come to mind, maybe finding a specific version of that metaphrase that feels right for you. It might be, may I be happy. It might be, may I be happy and peaceful. It might be anything else. May I be happy each and every day. What feels like the right phrase that you want to work with for our next few minutes of sitting? And once you've found it, gently place your journal to the side and let's dive in. Coming back into yourself. And again, coming back to that meditative place with the eyes closed or the gaze down. Finding the breath in the body. And watching the breath. And beginning to repeat your phrases, your preferred version of this metta phrase and offering in your own mind. Either keeping to the simple, may I be happy, or allowing it to poetically and personally evolve as you breathe. And note the journey of these words in your body as you breathe. Choosing to play with the pattern of the words and the inhale and exhale in a way that feels natural for you. And with the last minute of this sitting, who is a person or a being or an entity that comes to mind when you envision pure happiness, pure love and kindness? And perhaps drawing a clear vision of this dear one to your heart, your heart's mind, and offering this gift to them as well. May you be happy. May you be happy and peaceful, or whatever version of this phrase you have evolved. Picturing their loving smile upon you, receiving this gift from you. And when you're ready, letting the words go, trusting that you have placed them on your path of intention. Bring the attention back to the breath. Take 3 final rounds of breath together. Inhale fully. Exhale, release. Coming back into the space with the eyes closed as you inhale, sensing what's around you. Exhale completely. And keeping the eyes closed. One more inhale, allowing the eyes to aim down. Exhale fully and release, and then gently fluttering the eyelids open. Gaze down, taking in the peripheral vision, and finding your journal again. And let's move on to the second key phrase. May I be healthy. So taking this classic metaphrase, may I be healthy, and allowing everything to flow out of you with that prompt. Not censoring yourself in any way, just letting it flow. And another of the teachers at IMCW, Kate Johnson, offered an evolution of this phrase to include strength. She said, may I be as strong and healthy as I can be. How does that spark the evolution of this phrase for you? Continuing to write in your own words. And with these last 25 seconds or so, finishing up any phrases or poetry or images that come to mind when you think about yourself as strong, as healthy. Maybe adding any other additions to that you'd like, in mind, body, and soul, or whatever feels true to you. And as you finish up the phrase that you're on, go ahead and set your journal down for a moment, and let's drop back in. Taking your time to resettle, finding the breath, finding that spaciousness, and just watching a few rounds of your own inhales and exhales, feeling the expansiveness in the body. Noticing what sensations are in the body. Any feeling tones or emotions that have begun to arise thus far. And when you're ready, introduce the metta phrase that you have chosen. Be it, may I be healthy, or may I be strong, as strong and healthy as I can be, or whatever version you created. Sense those words now. Feeling them resonate in the body, in the mind, in the heart-mind. Playing with their intonation and patterns, interweaving them with your inhales and exhales. keeping that offering alive, bringing back to your mind's eye that dear one, their loving smile, and offer this phrase for them. May you be healthy. Or whichever variant of this metaphrase you've crafted. And see their radiant smile, receiving your gift of metta. Experiencing the sensation of offering this wish for health to your dear one. And gently allowing their image and those words to release, trusting that you have encoded them in your being, allowing the attention to come back again to your breath, noticing any shifts in the depth or pace, location of the breath. And taking a slow, deep inhale, filling the body completely. Exhale, fully release. A second breath with the eyes closed in and sensing what's around you, coming back into the present moment. Exhale out fully and completely. Third and final breath with the eyes closed, just angling the eyes down as you breathe in. Exhale and release completely, and then flutter the eyelids open, keeping the gaze down, and when you're ready, gently making your way back to your journal, bringing it back to you as we prepare for the third metaphrase. May I be safe. Take a moment and just acknowledge everything that comes up for you with that phrase. May I be safe. Allow those words to flow out of you and onto paper. And a variation of this phrase that was offered by my teachers was, may I be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. Does that shift anything for you? Spark anything new in your writing? May I be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. Continuing to write, sketch, evolve these words until you find a metaphrase that sounds like it's in your own voice. Just finishing up the words or phrases that you're on. Finding the right phrasing for you of may I be safe. What feels appropriate and true. And when you're ready, go ahead and set your journal off to the side. And let's drop back in. Finding the breath. Take a moment just to take a deep breath in first. Exhale full and complete, maybe with a sigh. And just gently bringing the attention to the body, to your posture, without engaging your abdominals, just allowing the shoulders to rest in space above the hips. Gentle, upright posture, and then go ahead and bring the attention back to the breath. Noticing if there are any residual emotions that came up with that writing, this idea of safety. Finding that in the body. Sensations of ease or tightness. Locating them clearly. And when you're ready, breathing with your phrase, your variant of, may I be safe. Hearing the words clearly in your mind, sensing them in your heart-mind. May I be safe. Or may I be as strong. May I be safe from inner and outer harm. Or may I be safe and protected. Whatever comes to you, whatever you have written, whatever speaks to your heart, offer it to yourself. May I be safe. May I be safe and protected. May I be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. Or whichever variation of this metaphrase feels true to you. Calling your dear one into the space, picturing their face, their loving smile, and offering them the gift of your metaphrase. May you be safe. May you be safe and protected. May you be safe and protected from inner and outer harm, or whichever variation of this metaphrase you've crafted. See them radiant, receiving this gift. And when you're ready, gently letting their radiant smiles dissipate and the words to go. Trust that you have encoded it into your being. Bringing the attention into your own body again. Noticing if there were any shifts in offering this to your dear one and offering it to yourself. Taking 3 breaths to come back to the present. Eyes closed, taking our time. The bottom of your next exhale, inhale fully and deeply. Exhale, feel yourself rooted, connected to the seat or cushion. Inhale fully and completely and using your sense of yourself in space, noting what's around you in your mind's eye. Exhale fully. One more time. Inhale, grow taller, envision looking down, and exhale, maybe with a sigh, release fully, and then fluttering the eyes open, taking your time to come back to your journal. And the final classic metaphrase, may I live with ease. Let's start there. What comes to mind when you begin with the phrase, may I live with ease? What does that mean for you? What would need to happen, or what would it feel like to live with ease? What would not be there? A variant of this phrase I heard a few years ago at another teaching community was, may I move through the world with ease. Noting if that shifts anything. In my own practice, at times I've used a version of this phrase, may I be free from the illusion of disconnection and move through this world with ease. What feels right to you? What variant of this offering sounds like it's in your own words? And finishing up whatever phrases, images, or sentences that you're on. And consolidating your words into a phrase that you'll repeat. Getting it clear. And when it's ready, you can set your journal down. Let's dive in. Closing the eyes again. Take a deep breath. Exhale with a sigh. Closing the lips. Allowing the breath to move in and out of the nose. And then seeing if you can find which sensations or emotional tone can you sense after that writing. After writing about ease, what emotions have come up for you? Where can you identify them in the body? Breathing into those spaces and gently beginning to introduce your phrase, offering it to yourself. May I live with ease. Or whichever variation of that metaphrase you have crafted. Sensing the intonation of the words, weaving them in and out of the breath. In the first person, may I live with ease. And when you're ready, inviting back that loved one, that sweet soul for whom it's so easy to feel love. See their face and offer them your phrase. May you live with ease. Or whichever variation you've crafted of this metta offering. May you live with ease. See their face, shining radiant with your offering. Continuing to breathe and offering the phrase to your loved one. And when you're ready, gently allowing their face and the words to dissipate, trusting that you have encoded this wish, this desire, this offering into your being. As you find your attention back to your own breath, your own body, noticing any shifts in sensation or the changes in the breath. And at the bottom of your next exhale, we'll take that trio of breaths together. Inhale fully and completely, feeling yourself expand in this space, and exhale, feel yourself rooted. Sensing the connection between your seat and the chair or the cushion. Inhale again, and in your mind's eye, taking in all that's in your direct space. Exhale fully, sensing yourself in space. One more time. Inhale deeply, grow taller, and let your gaze begin to aim down. Exhale fully, maybe release with a sigh. And when you're ready, fluttering the eyes open, taking your time, coming back to your journal. And now, the last two phrases are really special. These are the unique additions that my teachers brought in to create 6 rather than 4 metta phrases. And this first one is, may I give and receive all the love that I need. Taking a moment to write that down. May I give and receive all the love that I need. What comes to mind? Any and everything that flows out of you. noticing who comes to mind, what comes to mind, opportunities or obstacles, not judging any of it, just writing it down. Maybe finding a variation of this metta offering that feels like it's coming in your own voice. May I give and receive all the love that I need. Maybe there's another way to say that feels more true to you. And finishing up whatever words or images you're creating, and when you're ready, setting your journal off to the side. And let's drop in and get this embedded in our bodies. Closing the eyes again, finding the breath, and noticing the feeling tone or emotional qualities, finding any physical sensations in the body, anything that came up for you as you were journaling about giving and receiving love, enough love. Noticing where that is in the body, noticing whether your breath feels shallow or deep, if it feels isolated or full. And from these places of attention, begin to repeat your metta offering to yourself. May I give and receive all the love that I need. And using the metaphrase variation in your own words, offering this gift to yourself. Feeling the rhythm and tone of the words, sensing them weaving in and out of the breath, continuing to offer them to yourself. And now, bringing that dear one into your mind's eye, seeing their face clearly, and turning your metta phrase out toward them. May you give and receive all the love that you need. May you, dear one, give and receive all the love that you need. Or using the phrase in your own words, seeing their radiant smile as you offer this gift of metta to them. And when it feels as clear and full an offering as can be, allowing that sweet image and those joyful words to go, trusting that you have encoded them into your being. Bringing your attention back to your breath, back to your body, back to the sensations of the present. Noticing residual emotion, any shifts in the feeling tone or breath. And when you're ready, let's take those 3 present moment breaths together. At the bottom of your next exhale, let's begin. Inhale, feel yourself expand. Exhale, feel yourself grounded, rooted here. Inhale, grow taller. Sense what's around you. Exhale, release into the space. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, release, maybe with a sigh as the eyes turn downward. And then when you're ready, slowly fluttering the eyes open and making your way back to your journal. As we begin the final phrase. And this is really a continuation of the last one, because it is quite simply, and may I feel that love right now. Getting a sense for what that means, what that feels like, what comes up for you, writing it down. May I feel that love right now. And what would it mean for you to feel all of that love in a given moment? Whatever images, people, phrases come to mind, just letting them flow. And maybe transforming that phrase into something that feels like it comes from your own mouth, your own heart, in your own words. And as you finish writing, go ahead and take a few seconds to complete the phrases and images that you're on. And make sure that you have selected your variant of what this metaphrase feels like for you, the one we will use in our final meditation together. Getting those words clear. And once you have them, setting your journal off to the side. And coming back to your breath. Closing the eyes. Noticing which emotions have arisen. Seeing if you can identify those emotions in the body. Noticing the physical sensations of those emotions. And then noticing the quality of your breath. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Is it held in one part of the body? Does it reverberate throughout the body? Feeling those reverberations as we begin to introduce our metaphrase. And may I feel that love right now. Watching how those words shift the sensations in the body. And may I feel that love right now. Or whichever variant of this metta offering you have crafted. Keeping it in the first person and offering it to yourself. And when you feel full, filled with this offering for yourself, one last time, let's invite that loved one back into your vision, into your mind's eye, into your heart mind. See their face and send them this wish. May you feel all that love right now. And watch them glow in the warmth of your love. And one last time, offering that phrase to them. Sensing it fully. And when you are ready, like a gentle exhale, allow the words and that sweet smile of your loved one to float away. And trust that you have encoded this wish for yourself and for your dear one into your being. Bringing your attention back into yourself, to your body, to your breath, to the present. Noticing any shifts in the breath, in your emotions, and the feeling tones of the body. get ready to take our 3 final breaths in this sitting together without rushing it forward at the bottom of your next exhale. Breathe in deep, full and long and steady, expanding the body completely in every direction, and then exhale, squeezing all of that air out. Feel yourself grounded and rooted. Inhale, expanding front, back, sides, top and bottom. Exhale fully, release all the stale air and sense what's around you in space. Inhale, fully and completely grow taller. And as you exhale fully, taking the gaze down before we begin to flutter the eyes open on your next breath, or maybe taking a couple more rounds of breath before you're ready. Taking in everything that's around you in your peripheral vision. And taking your time to bring your gaze back to the screen. So now that you've begun the gentle work of journaling, loving kindness, and the gentle work of meditating with Metta, loving kindness for yourself and others, I invite you to take some time to review what you've written. Notice any threads, any patterns. Notice anything that surprised you. Notice anything that seems worthy of going back and thinking about or journaling about some more. Maybe introducing 1 or 2 or any of these metaphrases into your own personal practice over the coming days or weeks, and see what shifts for you. My name is Selena Brown of Pramana Wellness, teacher owner here at The Connective. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Be well.